There are different meanings actually in the word Bereshis. The Rebbe is going to bring down 3 different meanings. It says, Bereshis bar Elkim es hashamayim es haaretz. So what does it mean, Bereshis? Because, again, like even Rashi and Chumash explains, it's a little bit strange, the expression Bereshis. Because Bereshis is a connecting word, and it should mean like in the beginning of, it should have said at first, etc. Anyway, so there's different Mefarshim explain different meanings over here. Maybe Al Zeh Behemshech, the Vayiba Shloshim Shana Tavshin Hey, the Frierdiker Rebbe brings in the Hemshech of Maamarim of the year Tavshin Hey, 1945, that starts with the words Vayiba Shloshim Shana. The B'Tevas Bereshis Yesh Gimel Perusha. In the word Bereshis, there are 3 explanations. One thing is brought down in Targum Onkelos. We also had this before, Bekadmin. Kadmin means at first. Then another explanation is Bechuchmasa. That's the Targum Yerushalmi explains that it's with Chochma. Like it says, Bereshis Chochma Yiras Hashem. That with Chochma Hashem created the heavens and the earth. Another explanation that's brought down in Kabbalah, in the Zohar, Bereshis can be divided into 2 words, Bara Shis. 6 midas, 6 days, etc., like Chassidus always brings down. Let's see how the Maamar is going to elaborate. Well, before he brings down the different meanings in the word Bereshis, maybe Pirush Baal Shem Tov, he brings the explanation of Baal Shem Tov. The Bereshis, what does that mean, Bereshis? The Tchilas HaAvodah Hu Bara Elekim. The beginning of the Avodah is Bara Elekim. So the word Bara can also mean reveal, clarify, not just create. So the Baal Shem Tov says the first part, the foundation, the basic part of our avodah is Hainu legalis hakavana to Shem Elekim, to reveal the intention of Shem Elekim. The Elekim hu b'gematria teva. We know the word Elekim, Aleph Lamed Hey Yud Mem, is the numerical equivalent of the word Hateva, nature, or the nature. And b'tzarech legalis alakus shebazeh. We need to reveal the godliness that is in nature. That's the first thing. Bereshis, the first thing you ought to know, the Baal Shem Tov says, we need to reveal the godliness in the world. And what does that mean? Or how and where does that manifest? The who, and that is as a shamayim v'asa aretz, meaning the agilu yalakus tzarech liyas b'shamayim ba'aretz. The revelation, this bar Elekim, the revelation of the lakus that's in the world, has to be revealed in the world, in the heavens and in the earth. And then he says, there's another explanation in what does it mean in the heavens and the earth. Like he explains in the Frierdiker Rebbe's Maamar over there, the Afshar is his galus hakavana to Shem Elokim, who ayidei hayizbonis b'shamayim v'aretz. How is that the possibility? What gives us the capability and the ability to be able to reveal the intention and of Shem Elokim? It's through thinking of the heavens and earth. So first thing he said, we have to reveal it in the heavens and the earth. Another explanation is the heavens and the earth are the means through which we reveal Shem Elokim. That through thinking about Shemayim Ba'aretz, like he's soon going to explain. This is similar to what's explained concerning what it says, Avodah Shebelev. What does it mean, Avodah Shebelev? So Chassidus explains, Sheyesh Bezeh Beis Pirushim. There's 2 explanations which mirror the 2 explanations we just now said. She'avodah tzricha liyas im halev. The avodah needs to be with the heart. In other words, in the heart, like the revealing Elokus in Shemayim V'aretz. One needs to make the heart feel Hashem, etc., etc. And another explanation is Va'ayidei Halev. The heart is a tool for our avodah. Through having heart and through having our emotions in the right place, so then that brings our davening, our learning, our mitzvahs, etc., in a totally different place. So these two explanations, bihalev or im halev, vayidei halev, are similar to what we just now said in b'shamayim v'aretz, k'moi kein mashkosav, es hashamayim v'sa'aretz, so too is what it says, that the revelation of Shem Elokim is as Shamayim v'Sa'aretz, Hainu Sha'gilu Tzarech Li, is Be'ashamayim v'Aretz. The revelation has to be both in the heavens and the earth. That's where we have to show the revelation of Shem of the Eibishter. Vayidei Hashamayim v'Aretz, and the Shamayim v'Aretz themselves are the tools and the means through which I reveal Elokus. How are Shamayim v'Aretz doing that? Through thinking into the godliness that's found in the heavens and the earth. The very fact that we're saying that we need to reveal the godliness in them, it's understood from that phrase itself that there is godliness. But we have to reveal that godliness. Through that type of thinking into the Elikus that's in the heavens and the earth, so through that he reveals the godliness that's found in the heavens and the earth. Where do we see that thing? So we see it in the pasuk, like it says in the pasuk, raise up your eyes upon high. And when you raise up your eyes upon high, in other words, you think into what's going on around you, what's going on in the heavens, etc. Meditating and thinking about how the world looks now, the heavens look, you could come to see who created all of this. So we see that by looking at the world, one comes to the appreciation and understanding of who created this. It's understood in a similar vein. It's also in the Elikus that's found in the Aretz. It's not just when you look onto the heavens, but the same thing is when you look into the earth, you also see the godliness that's manifest in the earth, and therefore you are Bar Elikim, you're revealing the level of Elikim. Second paragraph, the order in this is the heavens, and then only afterwards it says, and the earth. Initially, one has to reveal the godliness that's in heavenly matters. And afterwards, one has to reveal the godliness in earthly matters. Why do we say it in that order? Because that's what it says in the pasuk. Beraishis bar Elekim. How are you revealing godliness? Es Hashamayim. First, you reveal the godliness in heavenly matters, and then v'es haaretz. Now we know that there is a machloikis between Beis Hill, Beis Shammai, or Shammai and Hill concerning is the order of Shamayim v'Aretz exact? In other words, what was created first? Heaven before earth? Or was the earth created first? Because later on it says, Ela told us, Eretz v'Shamayim, the earth and the heavens. So which was created first? So this type of approach of Hizbonenus, of meditation, that we first are Mizboinen in the heavens, and then we're Mizboinen in the earth, is following the approach that the heavens were created first. This is following the opinion of the Tanam, the Shemayim Nivrut Chila, that the heavens were created first. He derives this from this very pasuk. From this pasuk, he knows that the heavens were created first, because it says the Eibusha created heavens, and then it says the word earth. Afterwards, it says in the day that Avai Elekim made earth and then heavens. Over there it says initially earth and then heavens. The Eretz Nivras Chilam. From this, the other Tana that argues brings his proof that no, the earth was created first and only then the heavens. And it's explained over in the Maamar, what is the idea of heavens coming first or earth coming first? What does that mean in the heavens of the spheres, or the earth of the spheres, or the heavens concerning the shamas and the earth concerning the shamas, or the heaven type of level of avodah or earth type of level of avodah? And over there in that Maamar, the Friedrich Rebbe, he makes both approaches meet up. The Yeshnam Beze Fane Avodah. There are two approaches of avodah. Just like in the order of Psukim, in the Betchila Namar Shemaim V'Sa'aretz. Initially, in the beginning of Chumash, it says first heavens and then the earth. The Betchila Avodah Kain Shemaim V'Achar Kach Haaretz. Initially in Avodah, first the heavens come and then the earth comes. Afterwards, when it says later on, Elkim Eretz V'Shamayim, once the earth was created and once we did array the Avodah with the earth, that then becomes revealed the advantage and the quality of the Avodah in matters of earth. So even though initially we start off with Shamayim in our Avodah and then we go to earth, but afterwards when we reach the earth we see the Maila of earth. And that's what the rest of the Maamar is going to really elaborate on. Second page in the Maamar, with the explanation of this matter is, in the month of Tishrei, the Avodah is from below to above. The Tishrei in Yonei Avodah Satshuva. Tishrei is the idea of the service of tshuva, and it's the avodah bala tshuva, shu inyan v'ruach tashva l'kim Hashem son. It's the idea of the spirit returning to the Eibusher gave it. V'lechein gam Hashem the chodesh Tishrei seder ha'osis mol matal l'mayla tov v'achar kach shin v'achar kach reish. The letters in the word Tishrei is tov first, last letter. So it means the bottom. We're starting from the bottom. We're going up to the shin. Higher, we're going up to the Reish, which is even higher. Chodesh HaAviv, which is the time of Nisan, starts the other way. Aleph and then Beis, which shows in going from above to below. Amnam, this idea of going in Avodah Satshuva and going from below to above, Kolzo b'Chodesh Tishrei Shadayin Lo Yischila Z'Avodah Mesudaram, that this is still in the month of Tishrei, where the regular day-to-day avodah that's organized and so on did not yet begin. Tishrei because Tishrei is a general month. The regular avodah begins in Shabbos Bereishis, or maybe earlier, even immediately after Simchas Torah. That's the time when Lubavitch used to announce that Yaakov went on his way, that this is the path that they went on. In other words, they're going on the regular way, L'darka, in his derech and avodas Hashem, in his normal avodah, we're out of the Yom Tovim, that's like above and beyond. Or like the Marash explains, that actually v'yakev ol chadarkei, the going into the regular avodah, the organized avodah musudara, begins after Yom Kippur. Hinei seder avodah the chol hashana m'mayla lamata, as opposed to Tishrei, the avodah of the rest of the year is from above to below. And after you have an entire year of going from above to below, Shemayim, then Oretz, after that comes the avodah of the month of Tishrei, that's below to above. And we see this reflected in every day. That's why every single day, the beginning of our avodah of the day is with avodah of davening, the avodah of learning, because we know after davening we're supposed to sit and learn, do a Beis HaKnesset, a Beis HaMedrash. From shul, you have to go to the house of learning. And only afterwards you go and act in the ways of the world, meaning you go do your own occupation and so on. That's the avodah in matters of the earth. So that's Shamayim, then Oretz. Davening and learning, and then you go to Oretz. But when you do the Oretz after that, so you reveal how Oretz has something over Shemayim. After one did that order of starting off with davening and learning, and then he gets involved in earthly matters, then it becomes revealed the special quality that's to be found in the earth. The lefum tzara agra, according to this pain, is the reward. The avoida binyani oretz hibigia gdoila. The avoida in matters of the earth is with great toil and effort. Tama primi bezahu, and the inner reason behind this is kimivur begeres hakodesh. Let's explain the geres hakodesh. The ikar koyach ha'insof lahavas hayesh ma'ayin b'sviras hamalchos. The main power of the insof to bring into being something from nothing is in sviras hamalchos. Share ikar isavas yesh ma'ayin u'ba'il mizbiah. Because the real coming something from nothing begins from the world of Bria. Atzilus is still what's called Gilui Hahelam. It's a revelation of what was there before. Yesh Me'ayin begins from the world of Bria. Bara of Bria means creation. And so who's doing that Yesh Me'ayin? That's Malchus. How Malchus is the last sphere. Why would it be doing Yesh Me'ayin? Wouldn't you need something higher? Since the beginning is staked out in the end, so therefore specifically in the last sphere it has the power to create Yesh Me'ayin. So just like in Malchus, which is the source of earth, that houses the power of the Ein Sof. So too, it's down here below, that the physical earth also houses a power of creation which is not to be found in the rest of the world. Specifically in the earth, the Eibishter put into it the power of growth, to make it forth all types of growing things. In this was revealed the power of the Ein Sof that brings into being things, something from nothing. You don't see the power of creating that you see in the earth to make things grow, like you don't see that in the heavens. You don't see this in the constellations above. Why specifically in the earth? Seemingly the earth is lower, Shamayim is higher, earth is lower. The Soif, Mais, Machshavat Chila, because the end of the action, which we say the end of creation was Aretz. First he created the heavens and then he created the earth. That was first in Hashem's thought, meaning it's connected to a higher level than the Shamayim. And therefore, it has the power of creation more than the heavens. Though the reason why Malchus can bring something into being, a new thing, Yesh Ma'ayin, but Chachma, for example, can't. Why? Because the whole idea of Malchus is that Malchus conceals itself. To be able to bring something that is not godliness, the godliness has to be concealed, or else it'll just keep on being godliness. So that's the reason why Chachma can't, for example, make Yesh Ma'ayin, because Chachma is revealed godliness, and if Chachma were to make anything, it wouldn't see itself as a created being, it would just see itself further in godliness. Malchus has that capability that's necessary in creation, that the one that brings something into being has to be concealed from the one that is being brought into being. So therefore, seemingly it's like not because of a Maila that Malchus has, it's actually because of its kasaran, because of its darkness, because of its concealment. Concerning this concealment that Malchus has concealed, so it says that we need a reveal. We have to reveal what's found concealed in the sphere of Malchus. Also, love a year in the cave with the Sof of Gever. In the future, it says that the feminine, which is Malchus, and whatever is the Makabel, whatever is the lower level, will encircle, will be higher than, will transcend and encompass the male, the Mashpia. Malchus versus the spheres above, Oretz versus Shamayim. Where do we see this in the person himself? The soul will be sustained by the body because the body is the receiver and the neshama is the giver. But when Mashiach comes, it'll be the other way around. Okay, with the Sof of Gedver, the body will give. Then the advantage will be specifically in matters of the earth. Still in all, even though then doesn't mean that now we don't have it as well. Still in all, since all revelations of the future time are dependent on our actions and our service during the 6,000 years of the existence of the world. Also now there has to be the avodah of the audits of the earth as well. That's what it says in the Maamar. In creation, heavens were created first, but in Shichlul, earth preceded. What is Shichlul? Shichlul the completion, the polishing up, the last touches, etc. That means that perfection, in other words, comes from Eretz. The shleimus of Gemara Bria, the the completion and the conclusion of the creation, which means to be able to refine the world, has to be the earth preceded it. The hainu avoida this kafis hapchad avoida of sublimating and transforming klippa. Shehem binyan tachtonim dafka. These are specifically in lower matters. Shu inyan haaretz. That's the idea of earth. We're taking the earth. That is the higher level. Let's continue. I won't finish the Maamar today. Top of the third page, 263. In avoida within the internal eretz, not just the world in general. What is the eretz part of a person's avoida? In Yana, Nava V'Shiflus, the idea of humility and feeling low and humble. Just like the earth, everybody steps on it. So too in avoida there's an advantage in simple folk, in the pure simplicity of serving Hashem. Like it says, exalted and holy I rest. But specifically I'm with that who is oppressed and the one that's low of spirit. That's where it says, my soul should be like dust before all. There are many levels in bittul. Like it says, David HaMelech said until him, I am a worm and not a man. At least he has an existence of being a worm. But there's an even higher level in bittul. That I swear that I've been quieted and I've been silent and I've been like a doimim. That's the ultimate bittul. That's like an inanimate thing, like a rock, which is even less than saying that he's a worm. That's why it says my soul should be like dust, like earth, which is dust and earth is doimim. It's inanimate. It's the lowest of the four levels. By days, it says, and then my heart can be opened up from Torah. For like the Chazal say, the Torah will not be found in those that are arrogant. So, and so too, it's the idea of mitzvahs will also not be found in those that are arrogant, because the whole purpose of Torah is mitzvahs. The Gadol Talmud because the greatness of Torah studies that brings to action. That's why he brings the beginning of Torah Eretz, Eretz, Eretz. It says in the Navi, he said over there 4 times, Eretz, Eretz, Eretz. As the Chazal say on this, the Shloisha Nikru Eretz. The 3 are called Eretz. And Chassidus explains that Torah Gufahu, in Torah itself, what is Eretz? Torah Shebal Peh. We said this, we learned this in the previous Maamar. Shamayim, that's Torah Shebeksav. Torah Shebal Peh is the Eretz of Torah. Ube Torah mitzvahs, and in Torah versus mitzvahs, what is the Eretz part? Torah is Shamayim, we also learned this before, and mitzvahs is the Eretz part. Why is mitzvahs Eretz? Mitzvahs ain't binyanim gashmim dafka, because mitzvahs are specifically in physical matters. And in all the different levels, Knes Yisrael, The Yidden is the level of Eretz. The Avodah Bnei Yisrael, the Kabbalah Soil Bittul, the Avodah of the Yidden in Bittul, that's also the level of Eretz, because we said before, Eretz, everybody steps on it, everybody's hiding it, I'm in the state of total Bittul. Second paragraph, Hine Avodah B'sur Meravasei Toiv. The Avodah is both in turning away from bad and doing good. Hainu Sha'avodah Nal Tzarech Li is Gamba Kav D'sur Merad. Above mentioned Avodah also has to be in the line of turning away from bad. That's what he continues to explain over there. The opposite of the idea of bittul is the idea of ego. V'hainu klippas amolik. Amolik, the clip of amolik is the idea of ego. The Reish is goyim amolik. The beginning and the worst of all the nations is the amolik. That arrogance, yeshus, ego, is the source for everything that's bad. It's called being prideful, having chutzpah and audacity without a crown. In other words, there's no reason for a chutzpah. The crown means if I'm wearing a crown, there's a reason for me to be haughty. But if I have no value and I'm not a contributing member of society, what am I being arrogant for? That is Amalek's arrogance. Arrogance without any reason. It's not because of his intellect that he thinks he's very smart. Not because of his emotions that he's maybe a very nice person, etc. That's why he's arrogant. And even more so, he doesn't even fool himself. He knows about himself. He has no qualities. Still, he's in the ultimate state of ego. That means chutzpah without a crown. The Hu Reish is goyim. It's the beginning of all the nations. Meaning, Hu Reish is it's the beginning and source for all the seven nations. The Azayin Umas, Hemazayin Midas Rois. The seven nations are the seven evil character traits, the Chesed of Klippa and Gevurah of the Klippa, etc. Through totally nullifying the Klippa of Amalek, through that we also refine the seven nations. When it comes to the seven nations, there's also the idea of repair. You could elevate them, you could transform them. How appropriate this time by what was going on in Eretz Yisrael. By Amalek it says, I will surely erase, you need to completely eradicate. It's explained in short in this Maamar and at length in the Maamarim of Purim. The Rebbe says all it is, the bittul and the destruction of Amalek, that's the avodah of Chodesh Tishrei. And the Rebbe says this is very strange that the Frierdiker Rebbe is in Tishrei going to talk about Amalek. The Zel Dover Noder B'Yoyzer. It's very unusual, very exceptional. The Vayr Bedrushi Chodesh Tishrei in the clips Amalek. In the Maamarim of the month of Tishrei, talk about Amalek, it's not found. It's very, very rare. But usually they explain that parts of Beshalach, where over there tells the story of the Mechamas Amalek, or Teitze in Chumash Dvarim, where it repeats the story and the mitzvah of Mechias Amalek. And also Bedrusha Amoidim and Bedrusha Purim. Amongst the Maamarim about different Yom Tovim, you'll speak about Amalek in the Maamarim of Purim. But in the month of Tishrei, you usually don't talk about Amalek. The same thing, we don't usually talk that much about Amalek, but now we got to hear about, we need to totally eradicate Amalek in this time, what we're going through in the world. El Abir Kanal, the explanation is like we said before, because of the flip side of Bittul, that we need to have this level of Eretz, the mile of Eretz, so the flip side of Bittul is eradication of Amalek, of ego and Yeshus. Amnam, but after Tishrei we said, that has to be the way, the regular way. It begins the avodah in the beginning. We need to reveal the Elekim of the heavens and the earth. First the heavens and then the earth. So the bittul is something that is only that's focused on the level of Tishrei. The reason why it says Shem Elekim, to reveal the Elikim, Hainu, top of the last page, Ma'achar, the Ein Hashem Shalom, Ve'ena Kisei Shalom, Hashim Mochazar, Shalom Molech. Here the Rebbe repeats this again. Since the name of Hashem is incomplete, and his throne is incomplete, like the Chazal say, until the seed of Amalek is completely eradicated, okay, do as it's known that Hashem Shalom, Vakisa Shalom, Muin Navai Elekim, that the name being complete and the throne being complete, that is Havai and Elekim. These are the two things. The name and the throne are Havai and Elekim. Shabbos Bereishis Nimshach Zelu Kol Hashana. And for Shabbos Bereishis, this comes down for the entire year, that we should be able to make this avodah of revealing the godliness and eradicating Amalek and completely making the wholeness of both Shem Havai and Shem Elekim. Like the Alter Rebbe said, Shabbos Bereishis Meira B'chol Shabbos Hashana, a ray of Shabbos Bereishis illuminates all the Shabbosim of the year. All matters come down the way of the light. It comes down broadness and comfort in children, in life and sustenance. Till the fulfillment of the promise, that Hashem will broaden your boundaries, when He will, like He swore and gave an oath to your forefathers, to give you the lands of the three nations of with the true and complete redemption with the coming of Mashiach.